This is Leap Castle in County Offaly, Ireland, and it's famously known as the most haunted castle in the world. The building has a horrific history, full of ferocious acts of violence and murder. It is no wonder that this castle is full of spirits, both good and bad. There are many awful stories, and I will discuss a few in this video. Originally, this fortress was built in the year 1250, and it would have been built by the O'Bannon clan. They were an ancient Irish clan who were known to be fierce warriors. Their allies were the O'Carroll family, a powerful clan whose influence grew over the years. Inevitably, the O'Carrolls seized control of the castle and made it their principal seat. The O'Carrolls were a violent bunch, and the castle saw many turbulent years of feuding and bloodshed. The most infamous murder to happen here took place in a room known as the Bloody Chapel. The year was 1532. The chieftain Mulrooney O'Carroll had just passed away, and there was a bitter dispute about who the next leader of the clan would be. Thaddeus O'Carroll was a priest and was saying mass in the chapel when his brother, Tego O'Carroll, stormed into the room and drove his sword right through Thaddeus. Fatally wounded, he collapsed onto the altar and died right there in front of his family. From then on, the priest's spirit has haunted the Bloody Chapel, and people passing the castle at night have seen a light suddenly come on in this room. Another story from Leap Castle outlines the mass murder of members of the McMahon clan who were hired by the O'Carrolls to show them new techniques of warfare. The McMahons came and trained the O'Carrolls, and after a great feast, they suddenly became very ill and all died. Of course, their food had been poisoned by the O'Carrolls, who thought it wiser to kill them. Of course, the ghosts of the McMahons haunt the castle to this day. In the 1600s, the daughter of an O'Carroll chieftain married the English Captain Darby. Their son, Jonathan Darby, hid a lot of treasure from the Civil War around the castle, and he got 2 servants to help him with this, who he killed afterwards. Of course, this was to guarantee their silence. The most fearsome entity to haunt Leap Castle is known as the Elemental. In the early 19th century, Mildred Darby, who lived at the castle, dabbled in the black arts and released the Elemental. The Elemental is a primitive type of ghost that is known to be unpredictable, and it attaches itself to a particular place, in this case, Leap Castle. It is said to be a thin, gaunt, shadowy figure with an inhumane, decomposing face, accompanied by the smell of a rotting corpse. This is a description by Mildred herself in 1909 when she recounted her meeting with the Elemental. In 1922, workmen renovating Leap Castle made a horrifying discovery. Behind a wall in the Bloody Chapel, they uncovered a secret dungeon. Within this room, they found numerous skeletons piled upon a wooden spike. It took 3 cartloads to remove these remains. These poor souls were probably prisoners or unsuspected guests of the O'Carrolls, and they would have been dropped through a hidden trapdoor above the oubliette to die a horrific death on the spike below. In 1922, the castle was burnt by the IRA and remained a ruin for about 70 years until the Ryan family purchased it in the early 90s. Since then, they have greatly restored the building and have made it a home. It is open to visit on request, and many people have had paranormal experiences here. So let me know, would you visit Leap Castle?